What would I say to somebody who wants to be a teen heartthrob? Get help. I'm Rob Lowe. I've been an actor for over 40 years, and this is what I've learned. I wanted to be an actor from the time I was 8. I went and saw a childhood production, a kid's production of Oliver, and I was like, I want to do that. So I started so early that by the time I got to California, I was like a little pro. And the only acting training I had was on the job. My first movie was The Outsiders. I was 17 years old. I was about ready to quit my career, and I was about to become a marine biologist. I got cast by Francis Ford Coppola.
Gary, have you seen my DX shirt somewhere?
To have been a teen idol is kind of cool looking back on it. At the time, it was both really, really fun and really, really horrifying. There's a sort of discrepancy in the reality because you think it's about you because they're screaming and yelling for you, but part of you gets that it isn't, and that's the part that's right. It's not, because it's you just are fitting the mold of what they're projecting at that time. It's interesting because there are very few people that get to occupy that place in the culture at any given time. What's great about it also is it's utterly and completely disposable. It's you for one day, and then, you know, next year it's somebody else, next year it's somebody else, next year it's Noah Centineo. There you go. If you've been there, really only you can understand it. So whenever I see today's, you know, teen idol, whoever it may be, I kind of be like, Coming up, I was in a lot of ensembles, starting with The Outsiders, West Wing, St Elmo's Fire. I mean, we think about I've been in a lot of ensembles, and I've learned a lot about ensemble work. And one of the things is it's a little bit of a blood sport. If you're not going to make your mark in a scene, there's 7 other people who are going to do it for you. Dr. Starks in Candelabra was an interesting thing because I knew I was coming into a movie where Michael Douglas, one of my favorite actors of all time, was going to be playing Liberace. Matt Damon, probably my favorite contemporary actor, was going to be playing his lover in frosted blonde hair and butt-tight velour shorts. And I'm thinking, I don't want to get blown off the screen by these guys. So I came up with this very big swing idea of this character, and I called Steven Soderbergh, and I said, look, I've got a big idea. Like, can I go for this? And he said, the bigger the better. And the result is Dr. Jack Starks.
I have a terrific diet, the California diet. Guaranteed loss of 15 pounds in 4 weeks.
Coming into comedy, it all started when I hosted Saturday Night Live, made lifelong relationship with Lorne Michaels and Mike Myers. And Mike, when he wrote Wayne's World, wrote me into it. And that led to Austin Powers, and that led to Tommy Boy. And I always loved comedy, but for whatever reason, people didn't really see me in that light. And it took those things to do it. And, you know, there's a direct line from that to Parks and Recreation. Scientists believe that the first human being who will live 150 years has already been born. I believe I am that human being. I think with comedy, it's something you either have in you or you don't. I remember on the set of Wayne's World, going to Lorne Michaels with some ideas of what I thought was funny. And I said to Lorne, what do you think about this? It's funny, right? He goes, no, it's very funny, but is it the right kind of funny? And it never occurred to me that there was anything other than funny or not.
Welcome to 1969.
Thank you, number 2.
One of the best things I ever heard is that the root of all cliche is lack of research. And it's really true. If you know your area, it will never be cliche, it will never be inauthentic, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna come up with something that is so delicious because you have that knowledge of what that actual world is like. I don't think I would have ended up in the West Wing if I hadn't just been on this comedy run. The West Wing was a fortuitous thing, and I think that happens to actors if you're lucky enough. The right part comes to you at the right time in your life, and you just happen to be perfect for it. I had spent many, many, many years on the campaign trail. So I came to it already knowing that world and was able to share that.
You're fired. S. Seaborn.
People talk a lot about the difference between movies and television. The one thing I did notice, and I learned it on West Wing, was on television you're living a character, and in movies you're playing a character. And by that I mean a movie is such a finite time. It's 3 months, it's 8 months, it's 2 weeks, whatever it is in a movie, and you're done. The life of a television series, you are in front of the camera all the time playing that character. You know, you have things going on in your personal life. Maybe you're not feeling well. Every emotion experience that you can imagine is going to be filtered through your television performance just by virtue of how often you're doing it. I think acting is acting. I think the rules are the same no matter where you're doing it. Be truthful, listen, don't bullshit, don't ever get caught acting. Thanks for watching. I'm Rob Lowe. Check out my current movie on Netflix, Holiday in the Wild.